Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL's Advanced Edition here on board the rock cruiser Type C, the VSS Mountain, with her crew Everest, Kilimanjaro, Fuji, Logan, and Blanc, all named after famous prominent mountains in various regions of the world. We are going to be continuing our adventure here. We've gone full in on the firepower so far, with a maximum of already having 8 bars of power in weapons to use all kinds of things at the same time, while still only having 2 bars, two shield bubbles in Sector 5. This could probably have been a bit better managed, but so far it's been pretty successful for us, so we're going to get going and see what happens. We've got 41 scrap and a store right in front of us in the Zoltan Homeworlds. What do you know? Well, I don't really want to go to the store just yet, because we don't have anything to buy, really, or any money to buy it with. I've got an item to sell, but I can do that later. We're hailed by a rebel ship.
When the rebellion's complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point.
They arm weapons. Alright, drones, missiles, and lasers. Lots of madness, and 3 bars of shields as well, which is some nasty business. Thankfully, we should be mostly okay here, as long as they don't get some lucky shots in with that missile. Our evasion is back up to 45%, which means the missile failed to hit, and fortunately, oh, that was a clutch miss there. If that had hit us, that would have made things a lot harder. Let's knock out the shields here with the flak. There we go. Pike beam, you're going to devastate these poor fools. We're going to fire right through there. We're going to fire the heavy laser here. We're going to fire the crystal heavy there. Go, 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 weapons! They send us a message.
I can't believe how well equipped your ship is. Please, take this and let us live.
No. No, we're not going to do that. They no longer have their missile or any way to actually hurt us active, which is glorious. It means we should be able to just take them to pieces in a couple seconds. Let's fire the flak through there. And the heavy, and the crystal heavy. And they're dead. Nice try, Rebel Rigger. Get out of here. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and 26 scrap. Alright. Well, fuel is definitely the resource that we need the most in that respect, but overall, this is looking pretty good. Let's keep jumping and see if we can't find that Zoltan Homeworlds mission. Our rebel ship hails.
We did not fight a war to let a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy.
He locks weapons. He's got a Vulcan. An Artemis missile and a Vulcan. Talk about serious firepower. Boarding us with 2 people as well, in the helm as well, which is extra annoying. Let's get Logan up there so we can actually do some damage and help protect Everest. Okay. This is bad business. We need to not let this hit us. Missile, please miss. No, it hits. Ouch. Alright, Flak, you're going to fire at the weapon system. Ho ho, baby! Alright. Gotta say, I'm quite happy with our accuracy with these flaks recently. There we go. The enemy ship is trying to power up its FTL drive in an attempt to escape. That's going to be difficult though, because we're about to smash them into tiny bits. We're taking damage in here, but we should be able to get some good kills with Logan. There's 1 kill for Logan, the other guy ran away. Perfect. Alright, get yourself back over to weapons, Logan. And that was a bit early. That was definitely a premature shot there. Should have saved up until I could fire something else with it. For some reason, I keep accidentally hitting auto-fire while I fire my flak, which is not what we want. Let's knock down the shields. There we go. Goodbye, enemy. You've got no chance. Make your time. Ship repeatedly hails us. Looks like they want to surrender, but that's too bad, isn't it? Goodbye, rebel fighter. Ship explodes, giving us a much better reward, giving us 3 fuel, a drone part, and 34 scrap. Awesome. Okay. Logan is in a lot of pain. I might vent him. I'd rather not, because if we can keep him alive, then we can actually do more with him, but might be worth it. We're going to jump over here, though. Please, let's find that Zoltan Homeworld somewhere in this sector. Aha! We found him! Perfect. We might get a really nice reward from this either way. Even, like, either getting the Zoltan Shields or the Zoltan Envoy, either would be great here. An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. They hail. This is a Zoltan Peace Envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding, and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message. Well, let's hear them out then, why don't we? They continue. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond our simple mind or it's all nonsense. They finish. Please, spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren. That transmit coordinates of their so-called brethren. Alright, well now we know where we gotta go. We gotta head over to that beacon over there so we can take advantage of our fantabulous potential rewards here. So we're probably gonna go distress beacon over here, quest beacon, then jump around in here for a bit. So let's distress beacon first. That could be awesome. Zoltan shields, I think, would be the best thing we could get, but that's because they're always amazing. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Our sensors are picking up a single life form. Awesome, let's go down to the surface to investigate. We don't have a slug, but... Oh, hi, this is just a person. Sweet. I thought this was going to be the six-legged creatures, but no. We find a colony that seems to have been recently attacked. Exploring the devastation, we find a lone survivor. We're going to invite him to join our crew, because we could always use more crew at this point. Perfect. He states he was a shield operator before getting stranded. He happily offers his services for a time in exchange for getting off that rock. We got a NG. Oh, baby. He's actually got one more skill, I think, in shields than Fuji does. But Charlie, congratulations. You are taking over the sensor duty, which means you're actually on mobile repairs, which is exactly what we needed. I was really hoping we'd get an NG soon. So we need to rename you as well. Charlie, you are going to be renamed appropriately for a mountain as well. And I think we're going to name you after one of the most prominent mountains, which is still one of the least well-known ones, surprisingly enough. Aconcagua, which is a Argentinian mountain, which I believe is the second most prominent mountain in the world, which means that it rises the highest from its ground level. It's not necessarily as high as Everest is, but Everest starts from a much higher sea level position. So Aconcagua, you are going to be our NG in this ship. Welcome aboard. Alright, that should help out quite a bit. So, let's keep jumping and seeing what else we can find around here. This sector looks like it's going to be really beneficial to us. A light asteroid field is entering the atmosphere of a nearby planet, a fireworks show on a galactic scale. There's little for it but to take in the ambience and program the next jump. Alright, well, let's keep jumping then. Gumpin', jumpin', humpin', humpin', humpin'. I can't speak words. What do we see over here? We arrive at the primitive planet that we heard about at the cantina and are surprised to see a Zoltan ship facing off against a rebel assault craft. You tap into their frequency and hear the rebel captain yelling,
"We are liberating this planet in the name of the new galactic government. These aliens will not be left in ignorance where they cannot be of use."
And we're going to protect the aliens' way of life and attack the rebel ship. These creatures should be left to develop at their own pace. We direct all weapons on the rebel ship and begin the firing sequence. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, they got a defense drone, so it's going to be a little bit harder to breach there. Okay, hello, boarding drone. You, sir, are a pain in the butt. Alright, I'm going to let you destroy our sensors, because we're not using them anyway. That's not good, though. Okay. Let's charge up the remainder. Okie doke. Well, that's another direct hit. That's not good. Let's fire this at the shield with the flak, and... Oh, that was way better than I was expecting. Okay, let's pummel these guys. We're going to fire 2 shots into drone control, 1 shot into weapons, and we're going to pike beam across everything in here. There we go. That should have turned off all the drones. Unfortunately, the missile's still online, which is the one thing I was hoping we'd actually take out there, but I guess you can't win them all. Please miss. Nope. They have too good aim for that. Alright, let's get you in here. Nothing damaged. Okay. Flak, you're going to fire at the shields again. Everything's down. Fantastic. Heavy laser, crystal heavy. That should be game. Nice try, Rebel Riggers. Nice try. Oh, baby, more rewards. The Zoltan hail once the smoke disperses.
Thank you. We were led to believe the Federation ideals died along with the Federation itself. Let us aid you a little for old time's sake.
We accept the reward in scrap and then collect some remains from the rebel ship, getting 22 scrap and a hull smasher laser. I do quite like the hull smasher lasers, but the heavy laser Mark II, I think, is a bit better than this. We're probably going to sell that for more goods. The battery charger is probably also going to get sold. I should probably upgrade our shields, though, at some point here. Now, I believe that drone should have instantly exploded, which means we can send you in here to quickly repair this breach. And get out. Let the air generate back in that room, and you can go back in and deal with it later. Alright, Aconcagua, I hope you're used to suffocating, because you might be doing it a lot on board here. There's a whole bunch of things we should really be buying as upgrades. Upgrades for our clone bay to make it harder to snipe out if our crew are dead. Upgrades for our doors to make it harder to board us. Upgrades for our shields to make it harder for them to kill us. Lots of different things we should probably be buying, but I haven't gotten around to just yet. I'd like to jump over here, but I don't know if I can make either of those jumps. I don't really want to risk it. We're just going to jump to the quest beacon, and we'll jump around in the nebula for a bit, and we'll see what happens. We arrive at the location specified by the peace-loving Zoltan, but the only thing nearby is a rebel ship closing in fast.
We found you. You're not getting away this time.
But we're going to attempt to hail them, because that's what the Zoltan asked us to do. They open communications.
I can't imagine there's anything you could say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal to the obsolete Federation.
But we say that there could be a reconciliation of our ideals without war.
Our ideals are too different to be so easily reconciled. You think this could end any way but war?
Of course, true progress can only be achieved without bloodshed, as our wake of destruction clearly shows. Suddenly, all indications of the rebel ship fade away, and a Zoltan fleet appears around us. The captain of the ship we met previously materializes on our bridge.
Although your methods are crude and most certainly ineffective, it is clear that you took our previous meeting to heart. If your ship represents the Federation's willingness to adapt, we shall do what we can to aid in their fight. I will personally assist.
We got 1 missile, 1 drone part, 46 scrap, and Envoy, the max skill Zoltan. Well, you know what? I would have liked the Zoltan shields more than Envoy, but I'm not going to complain about getting a max skill Zoltan, especially when we didn't have a Zoltan already. That's going to allow us to power some more things cheaply, and is generally going to make our lives a little bit easier, which is good. We need to rename you as well, though, so we're going to rename Envoy after Erebus, which is an Antarctican mountain. Alright. Alright, indeed. We're looking pretty good here. We have a little bit of ground left to cover. We have, good amount of scrap on hand. I should probably buy those shield upgrades I was talking about. At this point, I don't think I see another store within sight, so we're going to spend this for the good of the land to make sure we don't die a silly death for no reason. I'm probably also going to want to upgrade doors. Let's do that quickly as well, just to make us a bit safer. I'm going to want to upgrade the clone bay and the O2 again later as well, but for now I think we're going to hold off. And if I jump here, I might actually be able to get down to here and then back into the nebula to do a couple more jumps that way. That might be better for us. It's going to make no real difference, though, because it's still a 1-jump change. We're going to jump over here anyway, though, and see what we find. Please don't be an ion storm. Thank you very much. It's worrying that the rebels have penetrated so deep into uncharted space, even if it is only an unmanned craft. It arms its weapons, and we should do the same. Unfortunately for it, it's got no shields, and we have a whole bunch of very nasty weapons. Poor guy. He's got some big weapons, too, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to use them. No siree. Goodbye, Auto Scout. Oh boy, we have some serious firepower here. Ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, 1 drone part, and 37 scrap, which is awesome. Alright, let's get jumping. We can't quite make that one, but we can jump over to here and then get back to business. Let's do that. Please don't be a nothing jump. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I should have taken the crew. If we took in the crystal pod, we would have been able to get another crystal here. But honestly, I'm not complaining because we did get the heavy laser too, which we're using to great effect. So, we agreed to participate in the Zoltan's study, and our crew lines up for the Zoltans to take their readings. After a short time the process is done, they contact us, thanking us for our participation in their study and giving us some cookies and 18 scrap. Can't say no to Zoltan cooking. Alright, let's get back over here and see what else we find in the sector. We're running a little bit low on fuel, and we just jumped into an ion storm, which is nasty. We spy 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of our presence. Once we're able to get our scanners to at least identify their cargo, one is carrying the fuel supplies and the other ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm, so we're going to try and secure the fuel supply, because we definitely could use a little bit of that. We're only going to get about 2, I think, because we're going to kill them, but we're going to try anyway. We jet towards the pirate with the fuel supplies and engage. Hopefully we can leave the ship in one piece. And we turn off the pike beam, turn on the flak, and we are actually okay. We don't need to worry about anything else here. We can actually even go crystal heavy, because we should be absolutely safe. These guys only have 2 shots and a boarding drone. Of course they have a boarding drone. Alright. Whatever. I might just let this guy destroy the doors. Probably better than taking a bunch of damage on Blanc for no reason. It's gonna let him go wherever he pleases, but we should be able to smash these guys in a second anyway. So, we're going to quickly fire the flak at the drone control, I guess, because it's the biggest room we can hit. I'm not going to auto-fire that, though, thank you. Just 1 shot. There we go. We're going to heavy laser into, I guess, drone control, and crystal heavy into shields. There we go. That should turn that drone off, so we don't have to worry about that being a problem. We still have a good amount of oxygen on board the ship, so we don't have to worry about that either. Shields are still up, so we don't have to worry about them hurting us. And they have no other weapons to throw at us so far, so I'm pretty happy with this as it stands. They should die in the next salvo, I think. Flak, go. And heavy laser. This time you're going to hit them in the shields, I guess. I'm going to crystal heavy them in the helm. There we go. Goodbye, pirate rigger. Nice try. So, the ship obliterated, only scant fuel canisters can be scavenged from the wreckage before the ion storm clears, and we have to jump away. Gives us 2 fuel and 18 scrap. Alright, well, with that, we are going to go try and quickly fix this breach here, because of course there is one. We're also going to depower some of these weapons to turn the O2 back on. Oh, the suffocation is nasty. Alright, you're gonna go finish up here, Blanc. You've got some health to spare. There you go. Alright, we'll let the air generate back in our ship. And we'll send our crew back to their stations. I don't think I gave Aconcagua, actually, a saved location, nor Erebus. So that should save them for the future, which will be good. Alright. So, with that said and done, we have 77 scrap we could spend. I think I'm going to hold on to it until we're out of the nebula, though. So let's jump, or rather, out of the ion storm. Let's jump over here and see what we find. Inside this nebula, we detect a rogue planet drifting through space. On its surface, a huge monolith visible at this distance even to the naked eye. A Zoltan Elder hails us from the planet.
Through luck or intent, you have discovered the Great Eye. Look into its depths and receive your just deserts.
Alright. I have been told, I don't know if it's true, that if this event says deserts instead of desserts, that it's bad. I don't know if that's the case, but I've been told that. And I see here, it definitely says deserts, not desserts. This is the kind of thing where I'd love to test it, but if it's true, I don't really want to lose a crew. So I'm not going to do it this time. I almost always do this event because it's like the Wheel of Fortune, you never know what you're going to get. But I don't know. What I want to see is if we find it again. If we find it again and it has exactly the same text, I'm going to take it, and we'll see if it's guaranteed bad. But I want to see if we can find it again and it has a good text, if it says desserts and not deserts, if we actually get something good. Because that would be an interesting thing. If you could actually know what you're going to get based on that word at the end, that'd be pretty cool. So I'm going to not take it. If we take another one that's exactly the same, we're going to try it. If we get another one that's different, we're definitely going to do it. But we're going to leave this one alone. Because as I understand, this is basically telling you that it's going to be bad. Our mission is to save the Federation, not discover new wonders around the galaxy. We prepare to jump. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. I almost always take that mission, because it's such an interesting, random chance thing. But I've heard some things about it, so I'm interested in experimenting with it. I haven't actually looked it up or anything, I'm just going off of hearsay, but I'm looking forward to getting it again and seeing if it does change the text that it gives you, because that would be a pretty interesting thing. Let's jump over to the exit beacon here. We are missing a bunch of space, but that's just how this sector is going to be, it looks like. In order to get the quest beacon, we had to sacrifice some things. We've arrived here at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. Here we find a large fleet of civilian ships being held up at this beacon. It appears to be a rebel checkpoint. Everyone is being inspected for possible ties to the Federation, but no one's noticed us yet. I don't really know what this event does consistently. I haven't seen it enough times to be sure what happens. We can fend for ourselves, but it gets the civilians killed, and there's all kinds of unusual things that can happen. We're going to stay quiet and hope they don't notice us, or fend for ourselves. Let's fend for ourselves, maybe? Or we can bribe the rebels, and that might get us another kind of reward. Let's try this one. As everyone currently awaiting inspection is human anyway, the rebels let them go. They take our scrap and tell us to hurry along. Costs us 11 scrap, which is not bad. And we contact the civilians. Oh, one of the civilian ships quietly transports over a crate of Federation military supplies, giving us a missile, drone part, and 17 scrap. So we got 6 scrap out of that event, and a little bit of extra supplies, which we don't need because we have a bazillion of them. Okay, well, you learn something new every day. Let's jump to Sector 6, the Rock Homeworlds. Oh, baby. Please let me find the Crystal Sector. Please, please, please. The Rock people are a powerful and proud race. It's not unheard of to people journey through their lands, but don't count on it. Alright. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a very short break, actually. I'll be back in just a second for you guys, but I need to go refill my water because otherwise my voice is going to get absolutely scratchy. So, excuse me. I will see you in just a second. For you, it will literally be just a second. Let's get going. Alright, we're rehydrated, let's get back in action here. So, we have the Rock Homeworlds to explore. We could find the Crystal Homeworld somewhere in here. We could find the Rock Homeworlds event as well, which would be pretty cool. Let's get jumping and see what we find. Speak of the devil. We're immediately messaged by an opposing-looking rock war vessel.
You're the ship off to save the Federation, aren't you? And you expect to survive with that hunk of junk?
Well, we're strong enough to destroy you.
One ship is not the same as a fleet, but at least you've got some fire. Meet us at these coordinates if you want to prove to us that the Federation is worth saving.
And they jump away. Alright, well, I guess we're going to be going to get the Rock Homeworlds event. There it is, okay. Let's head over in that direction then. And we jump straight into a sun. Lovely. As soon as we arrive, we hear the telltale sounds of a teleporter and shouts reverberating through the ship.
Prepare to burn, fleshy meat sack aliens.
Hello, Rockmen. Alrighty, let's move you over to here, and we'll open these doors and these doors and these doors, suffocating everybody. They're probably going to get in here, but I'm not too worried if they do. I'm going to move Aconcagua over here and move Logan in to help defend against the borders. Okay, and you can come in here and fight them this way. Close those doors so we don't suffocate unnecessarily, thank you very much, and we're looking pretty good here, I think. We'll take a bit of damage from this fight, but I'm not too worried. Kilimanjaro got a kill there. Very nice. Come on, Logan. Kill Tai Yi. There we go. Got himself a kill, and another one. Excellent. And it's time for us to get out of here before that solar flare goes off. So, we are going to jump. I think we're going to jump over this way. Probably, like, cycle around here. And see if we can find anything interesting on the way. A rookie rock cargo ship has taken its orders too literally and took the most direct route to their destination, right through an asteroid field. They're confused and fire wildly as we jump in. Alright, well, this could be interesting. They got a flak as well, which could devastate our shields if they're good with it. Let's get our crew over here to deal with this guy, but first we're going to suffocate him, actually. We'll send you to stay here for now. Just going to vent out this room. Do some suffocation damage to make this a bit easier for us. Flak is armed and ready. They're going to fire theirs now. We're going to fire ours now. Hit them in the weapons. Only one of those hit, eh? No, there was a... Oh, wow. None of them hit. That was bad. We took a hit in the doors, which is not great, but more importantly, the problem is that we missed all of those shots. Alright, let's get some support in here, see if we can save Blanc here. We should be able to. That was a serious miss there, though, from our flak. We need to make sure that doesn't happen again. We need them to be taking damage, not us. Please hit. There we go. That's something, at least. Alright, heavy laser and crystal heavy, go. And Pike, you're going to fire as well, even though you're going to get almost immediately blocked. Let's just fire like this. Yeah, you got blocked. On the plus side, we took out one of their lasers, so they're somewhat less dangerous now. They're probably going to be reboarding us in a second, but they have a clone bay, not a med bay, so it's possible they don't try it. More of our shields are down. Thankfully, they're back up again. Flak them. Hopefully good accuracy here. Oh my goodness, we just can't hit them. Alright, we're going to aim at the shields then with the heavy laser. There we go. Bit of damage. That should make them a bit easier to knock out in the future. I think they just cloned somebody. That's what it sounded like. Alright, systems are back up. We're going to flak them. And we're going to pike them to a horrible death. We should be able to do a ton of damage with a well-placed pike beam right now. There we go. The rock ship hails.
Enough. We were told aliens were a threat to our ways, and you've proved as much. Take this and leave us in peace.
Well, we could accept their offer. It is 2 fuel, which we do need, but we're not going to because we're terrible people. They have boarded us again, though, which is a pain. I'm going to send Kilimanjaro in there to tank some hits for Logan, because Logan's taken a lot of damage lately. And we're going to murder these guys. Boop. Good try, Rock Investigator. They did hit us in the weapons, which is annoying, but we'll deal. Ship explodes, even behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material, giving us a fuel, 1 missile, and 49 scrap. Alright. Let's kill this Rock Man with Logan. And we move you. There we go. Make sure Logan gets the kill. And we're actually going to get some work done with Aconcagua here. Move you in to help repair the weapons system nice and quick. There we go. And you can go back in the sensors. With 132 scrap, I'd love to buy things like an upgrade for our clone bay, so we actually heal faster each jump, but at the moment I don't have the resources to do that, or at least I don't have the option to do that because we're stuck in an asteroid field, so let's jump onwards. Oh, baby. An ancient device is orbiting within the crystal rings of a nearby gas giant. We can't discern its nature or function, but it seems to have been deactivated for a very long time. Perhaps we can get some scrap from it. But we have a crystal crew. We're going to the crystal sector. Oh yeah. Interesting thing too is that even if we didn't have Fuji on board the ship, we found a crystal pod. And if I hadn't had a crystal crew already, I would have taken the crystal pod, and we found all the steps to unlock it, so we would have been able to get this even without starting with a crystal crew, which is cool. But we're going to obviously reactivate it. Going to the crystal sector is way better than just getting the rest of that rock sector. So, here we go. Our crystalline companion says,
It looks like we have found the abandoned link to the crystalline homeworlds. I can reactivate it.
He transmits some codes to the device and it immediately powers on. And we got the Ancestry achievement for getting to the crystal sector with the rock ship. I can't believe I haven't done that before. Either that or it was on hard mode that I got that achievement. I think that's probably what it was.
We arrive in a sector not listed in any star charts. Strange crystalline ships dot the horizon. Our companion speaks.
Here we are, my home sector. It has been a long time since others have set foot here. I wonder how you will be received.
Thank you very much, Fuji. You've done us good. You've done us good.
You have done as promised, and so shall I. The coordinates of my old ship have been forwarded to your navigation system.
Fuji, I didn't know you had an old ship. You were on our crew from the very beginning. I guess he told us that before we left on our mission. Well, there's a store over here. We can get some crystal weapons and things. I might go here just to sell some of my junk. It's going in the wrong direction, but I mean, we have plenty of time to get over there. And this is a blank sector in the hidden crystal world, so we get all kinds of goodies from being here. We receive an incoming transmission, but it seems badly garbled. Eventually, we realize it's advertising an equipment store.
Apologies, says the vendor. We finally get him on the vid screen. Long time since use universal translator necessary. Please, buy. Buy.
What is he selling? Well, a bunch of augments that aren't going to help us. Bunch of crystal crew, which we could buy. We're going to sell him an ion intruder, though, and a hull laser. I might keep the battery charger, though, because I can afford to buy a backup battery in here. And that might be nice. Yeah, we'll grab one of those. Why not? Having some more emergency power could be useful to us. These aren't great. I might buy a backup DNA bank, though, just so we don't get burned by having our clone bay off at the wrong time. And we'll buy all of his fuel. Alright, well, that'll have to do. I'll buy a little bit of repairs, in fact, as well. Bring us up to 2/3. I don't remember if we get repaired by this beacon, this sector's quest beacon, but just to be on the safe side, I'll make sure we're healthy. And we'll jump into our ship menu here. We're going to power up our clone bay a little bit so that we have a better chance of healing each beacon. We get, I think, 18? 16 per jump with this one. Okay, that's not bad. And I'm tempted to grab a better helm as well. And maybe a better O2 as well. Just to make sure that we can heal ourselves in a bad situation with lack of air. We'll grab that. Spending all of our money, but honestly I'm not too worried. I don't think we're going to find another store immediately here, so let's jump and see what we get.
Crystal shards fly past the screen as soon as we arrive. Checking the scanners, it looks like a crystalline ship is engaged with a rebel. Well, obviously we attack the rebels. We message the crystalline ship our intentions and move in to intercept the rebel ship. They've got breach missiles, though, which is kind of nasty, and they're boarding us. Alright, well, we'll just have to deal. Thankfully, we should be able to suffocate them at least a little bit before they can do anything about it. So we're going to move out of this room. We're going to let them in. We're going to close them in, and we open these doors. There we go. You get to suffocate now, friends. And we're going to bring Fuji around this way, so he'll be able to assist fighting them off. There we go. Flak is almost ready. The laser charger has fired a single shot at us for whatever reason. We can close these doors again. We may actually wind up losing this fight just because they have a lot of health, but we'll see. We've got the potential to take them out here. Logan still needs to train himself up in fighting, but Blanc has his back. Let's flak these guys in the shields. Should get through. Oh yes, oh yes. And we're going to blast down the weapons here and pike beam them like there's no tomorrow. No MiG missiles for you, friends. Alright, it looks like we are going to lose this duel here. But that's fine. I don't mind letting our guys clone back in again. And they bailed. Never mind. Alright, back to your stations, crew. Well done. Flak is ready. We should be able to fire that just about now to actually use it in sync with other weapons. And let's unleash all the firepower we have at our disposal. Goodbye, Rebel Fighter. Nice try. The Rebels destroyed to pick the bones of their ship, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 31 scrap. The crystalline ship messages us.
You're the one that opened our sector to the outside, aren't you? Bastards, my home was just overrun by your rebels. Just leave us in peace.
And they quickly jump away. Well, I'm just trying to help, man. Just trying to help myself to all the goods and services available in your sector. Alright, let's keep jumping. We got plenty more ground to cover. A crystalline ship messages us.
I've heard tales that our isolation has finally ended. As a warrior, I must demand to test my skills against you.
Before we can respond, they move into attack. Crystal bombers, interesting. I don't think I've actually seen that specific ship design before. They've got a bunch of crystal weapons and probably a crystal bomb, too. Lots of shields as well. This could be a nasty fight, depending on what's going on here. But these are generally all slow weapons, so we should be able to hit them pretty hard. Alright, Crystal, let's see how you do against our weaponry. The bomb is a crystal lockdown bomb from the looks of it, but that's fine. We should be able to unleash fire upon them. Plus it missed. There we go, now they're down to 1 bar of shields. Oh, look at those misses. That is a glorious sight right there. Okay. Let's charge up our weapons again to blast them to death. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You crystals have no idea what you're getting into, do you? Let's fire this down. What's a good place to aim this? You have 5 good rooms this way. Zippity zap.
We yield, aliens. We have no wish to die fighting you.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept your surrender. What are you going to give us? I'll be nice to you since you're fancy pants crystal people, and really it's our fault that we're here murdering you anyway. They thank us for sparing them, their extreme aggression quickly changing to a calm acceptance. We're not sure if they're mocking us when they dryly state that our species has a knack for warfare. They do give us a missile drone and 25 scrap, though, which is not a great reward. I was hoping we'd get something better for sparing them, but whatever. We'll murder some other people later, I suppose. Let's keep jumping. We got plenty more ground to cover around here. We arrive near a civilian settlement. It looks like their homes, ships, and stations all rely heavily on an intriguing crystalline material. We wonder how they're able to create so much of this substance, as yet undiscovered in the rest of the galaxy. That's a good, interesting question. Let's go into this shop. We're not going to be able to buy anything interesting, but we should be able to buy some more fuel, which is the important thing right now.
Ah, hello, aliens,
says a rotund crystalline being on the vidscreen.
I hoped I would run into one of you. I am a collector of alien artifacts and hoped you would have some equipment to barter.
Yes. Well, we don't. Sorry. You've got a cloak system I would quite like to buy, but I have nothing I can sell you to get it. Nothing reasonable, anyway. That's too bad. I will buy all your fuel, though. Sorry, sir, I will not be able to help you with your bartering desires, but I will jump onwards and leave you in peace. We arrive near what appears to be a crystalline research facility. A scientist quickly messages us.
Ah, you're those aliens, please. I've heard so much about you and I'm really curious about your physiology. Would you let us run a few simple tests?
Interesting. So we have 2 options here. We can send our rock crew member, which is like the, ancestry option, or we can use our backup DNA bank to send all of our crew's data. I don't know what either of these do. I've never seen them before. I'm going to use the backup DNA bank, and we'll see what this does.
What is this? Full genetic and personal profiles stored digitally? I did not think this possible. This will help our research immeasurably. Please, take this in exchange for your help.
41 scrap and a crystal burst Mark 1. Very nice. Unfortunately, this is a crystal weapon, which means it's worth nothing. And also only fires 2 shots, so it's kind of bad. But, you know what? The 41 scrap makes up for it anyway. I think that was probably a good choice. Okay, let's keep jumping. We gotta get to that quest beacon and then get out of here, so let's see what else we can find. For a moment we assume it's a glitch, but no. We found a Federation military ship. They hail us, and after some probing, reveal that they deserted the Federation fleet before stumbling into this sector while seeking refuge. I don't know what happens if you help these guys. I've always attacked them. We're gonna help them. We'll offer them 2 fuel and 20 scrap, because we've got plenty at the moment. We send over some supplies to help them on their way, and in return they upload their flight plan to our computer, allowing us to map the sector.
The Federation fleet's still standing. Get there while you can.
Deserters. Alright, well, map data is not what I was hoping for, but I guess I can't win them all. I was just helping deserters, after all. Let's keep jumping and see what else we can do. There's a store over there, too, which is unfortunate. I was really not planning on going to another one of those. We don't have enough money yet. As soon as we arrive, a rebel ship jumps in after us. They must be really hot on our tail. Pew pew! Hacking systems. And they hack our doors. Well, that's not so bad. This is a problem, but they're not actually that dangerous. Unless they sync up all their weapons. These two are synced, and this one is obviously going to fire with itself, but unless they sync up all their weapons, they have no chance of actually hitting us regardless. Let's fire. If we can get a couple shots through their defenses here. Oh, that's not a good number of misses. Okay, well, let's just throw some other shots at them and see if we can knock down a shield bar. Nope. Alright, that was a whole lot of missing right there. And they almost got the synchronization they needed. That would have been bad. Alright, let's try this again. Flack them. And I guess we should just fire at them, eh? We'll fire and we'll fire. There we go. We got through. Pike beam time. Now, if we pike right through here, that's probably the best spot we're going to get, although it'd be better for us if we pike beam like this, I think. So yeah, we actually got the damage in that time. Otherwise, we probably would not have. Might have been a better idea for us to damage the weapons, but at the moment I'm not too worried. At least we knock down their shields a little bit, so we have a better chance of getting through with the next salvo we fire, unless they repair it real fast. Alright, so flak, go. There we go, and crystal heavy laser, and pike beam at the ready. And that didn't work very well. I didn't get the pike beam off. Alright, that's fine. We knocked the shields back down to 2 bars. Unfortunately, they got a repair drone in there who's going to fix things up real fast. But there's not much we can do about that. This is going to be a very synchronized attack. This is going to hurt. Come on, misses. Alright, we're good. Flak, get in there. That drone is giving us a real hard time actually getting in here and doing any damage. A real hard time actually getting through there and doing any damage. Because it's blocking our lasers and our flak attacks. Alright, let's keep trying. We're getting a lot of shield experience from this battle, which is nice at least. Alright, we got through. Let's try and do some damage quickly here. We got 3 damage in on him that time. That's better than nothing. Gotta try and do something here, otherwise we're gonna be here all day. Oh, luckily the misses have been on our side here. We've been getting a lot of good dodges. Let's flak them. Heavy crystal. There we go.
You have clearly bested us. We merely request our lives.
Well, you know what? Okay. You're offering me 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 47 scrap, and a drone? That's a good offer. I'll accept that offer. Congratulations, Rebel Disruptor. You get to live. I don't normally take those surrenders, but when they offer us items of any kind, generally, it's almost always worth taking. We're gonna hop over to the store now, after all. Actually, are we? If they're moving at this speed, how many jumps do we have before they get out? It's probably gonna be 3. If it's like 1, then it'll be about like 2, then it'll be about like 3. So we should have plenty of time to go to these 3 beacons and get out. We're gonna go to the store then, because we have 2 things to sell them. We might even be able to get the cloak this time. We arrive in an area bustling with crystalline ships and stations. A merchant quickly messages us.
You are from the outside? No. This is a great opportunity for both of us. Do you have anything you wish to sell or trade?
Yeah, I do, actually. You don't have a cloaking, though, you jerks. Alright, well, I'll sell you my anti-personnel drone. I wouldn't be able to get enough money anyway. And this Crystal Burst Mark 1, which is only worth 10 scrap. Ah, well. We will deal with it. Quest beacon it is. Let's get ourselves a fantabulous reward. Crystal Cruiser quest! Oh yeah, the Crystal Vengeance augment. I forgot we got that. Probably should have sold the backup battery charger. Oh well. We arrive at the coordinates to find a massive crystalline cruiser docked at a small repair station. We arrange for the ship to be sent back to the Federation base while the station upgrades our hull. That gets us 3 fuel, 42 scrap, the Crystal Vengeance augment, and 10 hull repair. Very nice. Well, the Crystal Vengeance augment is actually not very good, so I don't think we're going to take it. Only a 10% chance to do a single 1 shield piercing shot. I mean, there's better things. But this sector has been very profitable to us, so I'm not going to complain. We'll leave that behind. We'll hit the exit beacon and we'll get out of here. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. This beacon seems to serve as a meeting place for local traffic. It seems we can find crew willing to fight in our ship here for a price. However, I don't really want to buy crew, even if they are more crystal crew, so we're not going to hire anybody. Alright. Let's jump out of here. Next sector. Zoop! We don't get to choose where we go, we're just jumping out. The Zoltan patrolled their borders, but let us pass from the Ideas Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Alright, well, here we are, which should be Sector 7. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing some FTL's Advanced Edition here, getting to the Crystal Sector once again. Very nice. If you've enjoyed today's episode, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you again very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. If you're interested in getting the mods used in this video, you can find them in the description below, and until next time, bye-bye. Okay. This is bad business. We need to not let this hit us. Missile, please miss. No, it hits. Ouch. Alright, Flak, you're going to fire at the weapon system. Ho-ho, baby! Alright. Gotta say, I'm quite happy with our accuracy with these, Flaks recently. There we go. The enemy ship is trying to power up its FTL drive in an attempt to escape. That's going to be difficult, though, because we're about to smash them into tiny bits. We're taking damage in here, but we should be able to get some good kills with Logan. There's one kill for Logan. The other guy ran away. Perfect. Alright, get yourself back over to weapons, Logan. And that was a bit early. That was definitely a premature shot there. Should have saved up until I could fire something else with it. For some reason, I keep accidentally hitting auto-fire when I fire my flak, which is not what we want. Let's knock down the shields. There we go. Goodbye, enemy. You've got no chance. Make your time. Ship repeatedly hails us. Looks like they want to surrender, but that's too bad, isn't it? Goodbye, rebel fighter. Ship explodes, giving us a much better reward, giving us 3 fuel, a drone part, and 34 scrap. Awesome. Okay. Logan is in a lot of pain. I might vent him. I'd rather not, because if we can keep him alive, then we can actually do more with him, but might be worth it. We're gonna jump over here, though, please. Let's find 45%, which means the missile failed to hit, and fortunately, oh, that was a clutch miss there. If that had hit us, that would have made things a lot harder. Let's knock out the shields here with the flak. There we go. Pike beam, you're gonna devastate these poor fools. We're gonna fire right through there. We're gonna fire the heavy laser here. We're gonna fire the crystal heavy there. Go, 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 weapons! They send us a message.
I can't believe how well equipped your ship is. Please, take this and let us live.
No. No, we're not gonna do that. They no longer have their missile or any way to actually hurt us active, which is glorious. It means we should be able to just take them to pieces in a couple seconds. Let's fire the flak through there. And the heavy, and the crystal heavy. And they're dead. Nice try, Rebel Rigger. Get out of here. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and 26 scrap. Alright. Well, fuel is definitely the resource that we need the most in that respect, but overall, this is looking pretty good. Let's keep jumping and see if we can't find that Zoltan Homeworlds mission. Our rebel ship hails.
We did not fight a war to let a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy.
He locks weapons. He's got a Vulcan. An Artemis missile and a Vulcan. Talk about serious firepower. Boarding us with 2 people as well, in the helm as well, which is extra annoying. Let's get Logan up there so we can actually do some damage and help protect Everest. I think that's Zoltan Homeworld somewhere in this sector. Aha! We found him! Perfect. We might get a really nice reward from this either way. Even, like, either getting the Zoltan shields or the Zoltan envoy, either would be great here. An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. They hail.
This is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding, and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message.
Well, let's hear them out then, why don't we?
They continue. We take your silence for interested contemplation.
They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond our simple mind or it's all nonsense. They finish.
Please, spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren.
That transmit coordinates of their so-called brethren. Alright, well now we know where we gotta go. We gotta head over to that beacon over there so we can take advantage of our fantabulous potential rewards here. So we're probably gonna go distress beacon over here, quest beacon, then jump around in here for a bit. So let's distress beacon first. That could be awesome. Zoltan shields I think would be the best thing we could get, but that's because they're always amazing. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Our sensors are picking up a single life form. Awesome, let's go down to the surface to investigate. We don't have a slug, but oh hi, this is just a person. Sweet. I thought this was going to be the 6-legged creatures, but no. We find a colony that seems to have been recently attacked. Exploring the devastation, we find a lone survivor. We're going to invite him to join our crew.
Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL's Advanced Edition here on board the rock cruiser Type C, the VSS Mountain, with her crew Everest, Kilimanjaro, Fuji, Logan, and Blanc, all named after famous prominent mountains in various regions of the world. We are going to be continuing our adventure here. We've gone full in on the firepower so far, with a maximum of already having 8 bars of power in weapons to use all kinds of things at the same time, while still only having 2 bars, two shield bubbles in Sector 5. This could probably have been a bit better managed, but so far it's been pretty successful for us, so we're gonna get going and see what happens. We've got 41 scrap and a store right in front of us in the Zoltan Homeworlds. What do you know? Well, I don't really want to go to the store just yet, because we don't have anything to buy, really, or any money to buy it with. I've got an item to sell, but I can do that later. We're hailed by a rebel ship.
When the rebellion's complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point.
They are weapons. Alright, drones, missiles, and lasers. Lots of madness, and 3 bars of shields as well, which is some nasty business. Thankfully, we should be mostly okay here, as long as they don't get some lucky shots in with a missile. Our evasion is back up to, because we could always use more crew at this point. Perfect. He states he was a shield operator before getting stranded. He happily offers his services for a time in exchange for getting off that rock. We got a NG. Oh, baby. He's actually got 1 more skill, I think, in shields than Fuji does. But Charlie, congratulations. You are taking over the sensor duty, which means you're actually on mobile repairs, which is exactly what we needed. I was really hoping we'd get an NG soon. So we need to rename you as well. Charlie, you are going to be renamed appropriately for a mountain as well. And I think we're going to name you after one of the most prominent mountains, which is still one of the least well-known ones, surprisingly enough. Aconcagua, which is a Argentinian mountain, which I believe is the 2nd most prominent mountain in the world, which means that it rises the highest from its ground level. It's not necessarily as high as Everest is, but Everest starts from a much higher sea level position. So Aconcagua, you are going to be our NG in this ship. Welcome aboard. Alright, that should help out quite a bit. So, let's keep jumping and seeing what else we can find around here. This sector looks like it's going to be really beneficial to us. A light asteroid field is entering the atmosphere of a nearby planet, a fireworks show on a galactic scale. There's little for it